Let's move on to lighting. Okay, so this is the equation for Lambertian model for Lambertian shading, where n is the normal, L is the light direction, and yeah, theta is the angle between the normal and the light. Okay, and C stands for the colors. Okay, so because we're dealing when it comes to light, we're basically dealing with colors. So the most important part is because we're dealing with colors, it's definitely going to be in fragment shader. So let's move on. First of all, you know how we do dot products. N dot L means it's a dot product of the normal into the light direction. So first of all, what we can do is we can normalize the normals. What normalizing the normals mean? It's to bring the value of the normals between 0 to 1. Basically, this is what normalize means. You could have like really large values, and whether it would work, but it's just for easier calculation purposes, we're normalizing it. So that means we're bringing the value between 0 to 1. Okay, now that we have normalized it, we have already, so now we have n. Okay, and if you remember vectors, how vectors work, if we want to find the direction, because vector has like a direction, vector values have directions, whereas scalars do not. But we're talking about vector stuff, so this has a direction. So to find the direction, we subtract the values. Like when a jaga theke a position theke oi position jodi ami subtract kori, then we get the direction, which is what I did here. Coordinates গুলার থেকে প্রত্যেকটা coordinates থেকে আমি light position আমি হলাম subtract করেছি, and I also normalize the values to bring them in between like 0 and 1. আচ্ছা, এরপরে আমাকে কি করতে হবে? What I did was I did the dot product of n and L, and I did the max of 0 and this. তার মানে আমি জাস্ট মানে এখানে হলো জাস্ট সিম্পলি আমি ইকুয়েশনে লিখে দিয়েছি. Now I know with normal C we cannot do these dot products and stuff, but or dot products max so easily, but for GLSL we can do them. It's pretty straightforward. Just write the maximum of the dot product of light direction into normal or 0. আচ্ছা, এরপরে আমাকে কি বের করতে হবে? এরপরে A দিয়ে হলো this was ambient light, and this এটা ছিল ambient light. আর হ্যাঁ, ambient light এর জন্য যদি আমি করি তাহলে just ambient light into the color, ambient light into the color of the light, sorry, ambient color into the color of the object. আর এটার জন্য যেটা করতে হবে এটা হলো for this part is the ambient. I don't know, it's not highlighting, but you get the point. It হলো ambient color, so it's CA into R, which is the color of the object. I can multiply this to find the ambient color, and to find the diffuse color I have to multiply the color of the object with this max thing that I found, as well as the light color. Ambient color কি ছিল? Ambient color was the light color of the surrounding. So that means sun থেকে light আসতে পারে, দূরের street lamp এর থেকে light আসতে পারে, এরকম লাইটের জন্য। আর এখানে যে additionটা ছিল, we added this, and this whole thing will give the color. Okay, so now what we have to find out, it's like the normal থেকে প্রত্যেকটা vertex এর একটা করে কি আছে? Normal আছে. And the normal is always pointing outwards. Okay, so okay, so before moving on, let me just go into the light part and I'll show you how the normals work. Let's look at the Okay, let's look at this one. For this one, this row, it's for this row, it's up. So the normals will be for the top, and for the top face. Which way will the normals be facing? The normals will, এটা এখন আমরা যদি বের করতে চাই, you can pause the video and just think for like 1 second কি হবে. It's very normal. It will be towards the positive y direction. If you can see, এটা ছিল 1 2 3. This is like the third line. এখন আমি যদি এতে চলে যাই, নরমালি চলে যাই, 1 2 3, third line. Third line দেখি কি প্রত্যেকটা হলো কি x and z is 0 because it doesn't have like a normal towards that direction, but for up it has towards the positive y direction. Okay, and then let's see bottom kunta, down or bottom. It's this one. দেখি তাহলে কি হবে, down কি হওয়ার কথা, it should be minus y. Let's check if it's minus y. Yep, it is minus y. See, it's minus 1 for y, minus 1 for y, minus 1 for y, minus 1 for y. So I'm sure you can understand how the normals are working. তো আমাদের হলো এখানে যে পার্টটা ছিল নাম্বার আগে হলো বোঝার কথা ছিল যে ফ্র্যাগমেন্ট শেডারে যে মেইনলি হলো ফ্র্যাগমেন্ট শেডারে মেইন কাজটা হচ্ছে I just followed the equation. I did nothing else. I just followed the equation. Okay, আর নরমালাইজ কেন করলাম সেটাও তো বলে দিলাম. এখন let's go on to the vertex shader. If we go on to the vertex shader, it is somewhat similar to before, সবকিছুই same, except এখানে হলো একটা জিনিস করতে হয়েছে যে here this part is a bit different. এখানে আমি কি করেছি, এই পার্টটা আমাকে কেন করতে হয়েছে, এই পার্টটা আমাকে করতে হয়েছে because because the normals, they're also transformed with the model. আমি যখন মডেলকে ট্রান্সফর্ম করছি, রাইট, যখন আমি এটাকে ভিউ ম্যাট্রিক্স আর মডেল ম্যাট্রিক্স দিয়ে যখন আমি এটাকে কাজ করছি, তখন আমার কি হচ্ছে, সাথে সাথে আমার নর্মালটাও চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাচ্ছে. Okay, because suppose if you have like a square which is faced normally, মানে নর্মাল জাস্ট স্কোয়ার, এটাকে তুমি যদি 45 ডিগ্রিজ দিয়ে তুমি এটাকে রোটেট করো, অবভিয়াসলি এটা নর্মালের ডিরেকশন এখন চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাচ্ছে, রাইট? এই জিনিসটা বোঝানোর জন্যই I had to do this one. Okay, I had to do this part. So this is basically it for lighting. আর তেমন কিছু নাই. You guys can try out other forms of other equations of lighting and see if that works well for you. So yeah, basically this is it for lab 6. Okay, so I'll turn off the recording right now. Oh, okay, so let me just run and see how it works. Okay, so just go here. We have light. Let's see how light works. See, now I can see there's like a shading. এই জায়গাটা dark লাগছে, এই জায়গাটা একটু dark লাগছে, this part is brighter. What does this say about the direction of the light source? You can find that out. Okay, so I might have skipped some things, like we obviously had to for example আমি এখানে যেরকম বলেছি যে uniform light color নিয়ে আসছি, uniform light position নিয়ে আসছি. These things, obviously, these are uniform things. So where have I defined them? I had to define them in my code, right? So এগুলা একটু ইয়ে করে রাখতে হবে. You have to see these things. Before I forget, let me just say that ambient light is the surrounding light. I think I just said it a bit earlier. So it doesn't have a particular light. So এই জন্য এটা আমি কি করছি, এটা আমি just surfaceর কালারের সাথে আমি মাল্টিপ্লাই করছি. It doesn't have a particular light. But for a diffuse light, it does have like a particular color, light color for diffuse light. এই জন্য তখন আমাকে কি করতে হচ্ছে, লাইট কালারের সাথেও মাল্টিপ্লাই করতে হচ্ছে. Okay, yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah.